Good morning, everyone. Today we're going on a little backpacking trip in Maroon Bells Wilderness outside of Aspen, Colorado. This is my first time in Maroon Bells because of the whole shuttle and permit situation, and also I just don't really like Aspen. This is a pretty quick little hike, only about 2 miles up to Crater Lake, just because I saw there was an available permit for one and snagged it because why not? I'm pretty sure this deer stalked me the whole day and scared the crap out of me at camp a few times. And look at that, I've already made it up to camp. Okay, I made it to Crater Lake. The campsites are pretty high up above the lake, but it's nice in the trees and the shade, and I'm really glad I brought my hammock because there's perfect hammock trees. So I'm gonna unpack my bag and just go through everything I brought with me. I'm only here for a night, and it was literally like a mile and a half, so I overpacked a bit because I didn't have to carry all this stuff around for days, but let's see what we got. On the outside, I strapped my camp shoes here. They're just the kind of classic Tevas. Also on the outside, I have my Kula cloth, and I brought an extra lens. This is the Tamron 20-40, and then I have the 16mm Sony on. I have my Pybella, P-stick, snacks, lunch. I always like to make a fresh sandwich for my hike in, so I have that to eat in a bit. I have my Kindle. I have my water filter and Canuck water bag for filtering water, and an extra water bladder thing. On this side, I keep my tent poles and tent stakes and a larger thing of water. Normally I'd hike with another smart water bottle in this thing, but I just brought this 500 milliliter bladder from my running vest. In my hip belts, this one is the one that I usually just don't open. I have my backpacking permit, my ID, credit card. I did throw 2 extra camera batteries in this one, and usually my car keys go in this one, but I think I did stick them over here, so we're gonna switch that. So now this hip belt I almost never open. Over in this one I have SPF chapstick, love this stuff. Sunscreen for my face. This is also the best Korean sunscreen. I've got Cliff Blocks, a little comb. I brought a Field Notes notebook, and there's also a pair of contacts in here just in case. And yes, this stuff will come out and go in my scented items in my bear bag. So nothing scented in there. The big main compartment. I didn't pack this very well, so it's kind of random, but we've got my My rainfly that is keeping this osprey bag. This Mountain Hardwear mid-layer fleece. A beanie, socks, a shirt. It's my Ursack Almighty. Has all my food in it. Got my pot, which has my propane fuel in there. Sleep socks. Little baby first aid kit. A pack towel because I wanted to go swimming, but the lake looks really shallow, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. My hammock and the smallest little straps that I've ever seen. They weigh like 3 ounces, so my ditty bag. I'll go through what's in there in a bit. I did bring my thermosol in case there were a lot of mosquitoes, which I feel like there might be later. Maybe not. Gloves because it's still pretty cold at night. I have sleep pants. My swimsuit. Extra underwear. My rain jacket. My tent. I have the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL2. My sleeping pad, the Thermarest Neo Air X White. I forget. It's like the newer one that's supposed to be less crinkly sounding. Puffy. I did bring my thick puffy because, I mean, this morning it was like 39 degrees when I woke up at a lower elevation, so. My pillow. And my sleeping bag and Zen Baby quilt. And that's it. So my little ditty bag, I don't know what I call it. Is that what people call them? This has a cup for coffee, a wag bag. I don't bring a trowel. I always just use one of these wag bags. They're better for the world. Butt wipes and toilet paper. A battery pack because I like to run my white noise machine at night. Headlamp. Spoon. My stove is just the MSR Pocket Rocket. Used it for years. And then this teeny tiny Hyperlight Mountain Gear bag. And this just has a small roll of duct tape, the world's tiniest knife, literally so small, and a tiny lighter.
Now that I've thrown everything in my bag on the ground, it's time to set up my tent. Let's speed this up a bit.
say? Oh, that should not be that hard. I got everything mostly set up. I'll put my rain fly on before I go down to the beach because it's probably gonna thunderstorm this afternoon, but I don't know if it's gonna rain. It's 10:53. I think I'm gonna eat my sandwich. I'm hungry.
Remember that in any area where there are bears, black bears, or grizzly bears, that any and everything that has a scent needs to be properly stored to help save bears.
God. Why do you guys keep scaring the shit out of me?
So, a lot of people always ask if I get scared camping alone and backpacking alone, and besides the occasional deer that quietly sneaks up on me and startles me, there's not a lot of scary stuff in the woods. People are scary, things in the woods usually aren't scary. Generally speaking, as long as you pay attention to your surroundings and are prepared for any sort of injury and have any sort of emergency contact device in case something does happen, you should be okay. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to be alone with your thoughts, and you're going to need to be comfortable with that.
It's like 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I never sleep, so I don't know. I'm feeling a little more relaxed right now, though, so maybe I'll get a couple hours. See you in the morning. I realized as I was putting this trip down on my backpacking list that this is my 50th backpacking trip, which it's not an insane amount, but I started in 2019, so I think that's a pretty good achievement. I mean, this trip was only like 2 miles to get to camp, so hardly counts, but I still got out here and it's been really nice just to be disconnected. Since I have Starlink, I have internet all the time, and I think I need non-internet days when I'm parked out in the wilderness, or I could just go backpacking every week. That sounds great. But anyway, 50 trips. And honestly, I think maybe like 6 or 7 of those have been with people, so most of those have been totally alone. Yeah, it's a pretty good achievement, I think. Cheers. As always, I've packed way too much food with 2 extra dehydrated meals in there. Not quite enough snacks though. It's only a 2-mile hike out, so it's fine. Alright guys, that basically wraps up a quick little backcountry trip in Colorado. Let me know if there are any questions about any of my gear or anything else in the comments, and I'd be happy to help. I really love backpacking, even this trip, which was, I think I completed like 5 miles total, not including my little meander around the lake, but it's just so nice to be able to get out into nature alone and have no stress, no internet, no one there to bother you. The views don't suck either, so I hope this inspires at least one other person to get out and go have a little adventure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.